I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds. My Gucci pink, my booty hole brown. I understand that I might be shaking the table a little bit today, but I ain't seen y'all in a minute, so we just gonna get to it. Woo, baby! Today we're going to be talking about Sexyy Red. For those of you who may not be familiar with hip-hop culture, Sexyy Red is a newer rapper. She rose to fame with her single Pound Town, and she's kind of blown up, surprisingly, but unsurprisingly at the same time. Now, Sexyy Red has faced a lot of backlash for promoting 304 or THOT culture, and you guys may have seen her in the media recently because she had a sex tape that got leaked. They're still debating if it was an intentional leak or not, but just a lot going on. Not gonna talk about her home video. I know a lot of people are covering that. I don't really believe in exploiting women. If she says she didn't want it to be out, I'm just gonna believe she didn't want it to be out, and we're gonna leave it at that. I will preface this conversation by saying that I don't really listen to her music. It doesn't resonate with me. I think I've reached the point in my life where I think that most music that comes out nowadays sounds like absolute trash. So I'm just not hopping on the Sexyy Red wave. But there was a post that I saw a couple of weeks ago that I wanted to cover because we just need to go there. Twitter users compare Jhene Aiko and Sexyy Red. Some say the difference is Jhene's sultry delivery. It makes her songs less raunchy. For comparison's sake, we're gonna insert some clips of Jhene Aiko.
When I bust it, why I hypnotize you with this pussy. Now you feel like you can fly.
And also some clips of Sexyy Red.
Shake that ass out, shake that ass out, shake that ass out. Throw that ass, you know you a hoe, up and down, and booty gon' go. Twerking on your baby daddy, he better lick my booty hole.
Jhene is obviously very sexual. She's gone on interviews and said that she is a nympho.
What kind of maniac are you, though? Sexual or like burn all your clothes up?
It depends. No, I've never burned anyone's clothes. It's a more of a hop on a dick kind of maniac.
I personally believe that the difference between these two women is their delivery, the way they present themselves. Me personally, speaking for myself, okay, I don't mind listening to artists who have sexual content. I listen to a lot of Chris Brown. I listen to Usher. Not really a big deal for me. I also don't think that there's anything wrong with embracing your sexuality, but I do think that how you choose to embrace it is probably going to be viewed differently. Not saying that you have to care, but it is what it is. It kind of reminds me of R&B in the 90s where they would be singing about sex, but they sung about that with their heart and soul, right? It just hit a little bit differently than the way that we see sex being described in a lot of music nowadays. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. What was most interesting to me was going through the comments and seeing how people attributed the way we see Jhene Aiko in comparison to Sexyy Red to colorism and anti-blackness. They are absolutely the same person. One is just biracial. Everything sounds good when you're lighter. Colorism at its finest, per usual. Difference in delivery, my ass. Y'all fetishize one and shame the other. Further proof of this community's internalized anti-blackness. It's the same with Suki versus Cardi. I'm gonna preface this by saying that I understand this is dangerous territory for me because I am a light-skinned Black woman, and talking about colorism and anti-Blackness can be a very, very touchy topic. For one, I'm gonna call cap on the comparison to Cardi B because Cardi B definitely did get a lot of backlash. Now, I think that we kind of fell in love with her personality. People saw her rise to fame on TV. She just had a different presence. And I think her music is just a lot better. And so I think that it gives off the perception that she was welcomed more. But y'all remember when WAP came out? The reaction videos, the video essays that we saw online definitely showed that people had an issue with how overtly sexual she is. The colorism conversation, we're gonna save that for another video. One where I think it would be a little bit more appropriate and not taken out of context, just so that that conversation can get the attention that it deserves. Today, I want to focus on the anti-blackness comment because this really grinds my gears. And this really bothers me because this came up in another one of my videos where I was talking about women wearing bonnets and pajamas outside. Blackness to me is not going outside and having your pants sagging down your butt. It's not you having on a bonnet and wearing pajamas like you just rolled out of bed. So blackness to me would be if I went outside and I had an afro in my hair, if I had twists in my hair, if I had some braids in my hair, if I had a nice head wrap on my hair. But I do refuse to believe that we should embrace this type of tackiness as blackness. I got a lot of pushback on my viewpoints, but I stand on what I said. For the life of me, I can't understand why we are so hell-bent on attaching ratchetness, mediocrity, violence, overall outlandish behavior to blackness. No shade, but Sexyy Red is not the poster child of blackness for me. Yes, she is a black woman, but I don't think that she should be the mold that we're looking up to when we say, this is blackness. This is what it means to be black. This is what we have pride in. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. And there's a lot of things that black people do that I don't think should be attributed to blackness. Sagging your pants, being very loud and vulgar in public. Again, these are things that I understand society pushes out as stereotypes, but I refuse to adopt that as blackness. I'm not even saying that she needs to change her persona and be a positive role model or a positive example for all black women, because at the end of the day, there's going to be people who might be seen as role models and people who are kind of moving in their own lane, and they might not be someone that you want to look up to. But I do think that when people bring up something that they feel is problematic, we really need to stop doing these deflection tactics, these mental gymnastics to try to make something into a situation that is really not. Again, I do listen to Jhene's music, and I will say that she seems to have a little bit of contrast, okay? Every song isn't talking about being a pussy fairy. I can listen to something and feel like I need to let out some emotions. There's healing type music. It's a little bit of variety, but goddamn, like all I'm seeing from her is just like, I really want for us as black people to get over this victim mentality that we have, because sometimes it feels like you can't call anybody out or state your opinion or have any sort of opposing perspective without it always being attributed to something like race, to colorism, to anti-blackness. Lord, I feel like I might get canceled for saying this. As a total sidebar, I don't even know what to make of this current generation and the music that we're hearing. And of course, you know, in every generation, there were women who were very sexual, right? So you had the Lil' Kims of the world. I listened to Nicki Minaj growing up too, and she was pretty sexual, right? But I feel like there was just a little bit more balance. And not only that, I think that we're seeing these people blow up all over social media. In my opinion, again, this is only my opinion, don't shoot the messenger. I feel like a lot of them don't even have true talent when it comes to rapping. But these people are being pushed on us. That's all we see. And I'm just concerned that, you know, young girls watching this, they're like, oh, wait, so this is how the women are coming up, right? And so now we're seeing all these women rappers, which I totally love it, you know, awesome. They're all kind of rapping about the same thing. It's the same persona in a different body. And we just see this over and over and over again. And the fact that it's being displayed on social media, it's being shipped out to people all over the world. And it kind of feels like, I don't know, people in a way may see that they need to emulate that type of behavior to get attention. I want to get rich real quick. Okay, let me be a rapper. Let me come up with a song. Okay, what kind of song I need to make? Something about my vagina and how wet it gets and effing for money. Like, it's just the same thing all the time. And I just, oh my gosh, maybe I'm showing my age nowadays. This is a little bit of a sidebar, but I think it's worth noting. I do feel like there might be some sort of an agenda going on, because there are a lot of artists out there who don't get the recognition they deserve. Specifically, the first person that comes to mind is Lady London.
I'm educated, a gold digger, I'm a go-getter. If anybody everybody my flow jigger. Everybody is hood without the star, and everybody crossover look good without the ball.
Beautiful girl, very intelligent, dope lyrical flow. And even though she has some buzz, to see that someone like a Sexyy Red just came in and just like goes viral and is kind of outshadowing her success, in my opinion, it's just like, damn, you know, the women of substance, they're not really getting any shine nowadays. But this was just a quick chat. I wanted to tap in with you guys. So let me know what you think. I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel like Sexyy Red is comparable to Jhene Aiko? And do you feel like colorism, anti-blackness, light skin privilege is playing a role in how these women are viewed in society? Talk to me in the comments and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.